Selma, and thank you very much for coming to us here at the Kaswa toll booth, as you mentioned. This toll was suspended somewhere in 2021 as part of government policy in the build-up to charging Ghanaians the electronic transfer levy, commonly known as e-levy. But what we perhaps lost sight of was the informal economy that existed as a direct result of the functioning of the toll booth. We have come here this morning at the hearing of government's proposal to bring back the toll from 2025 to find out especially the huge economic value chain that existed alongside the toll booth. And we want to find out from the vendors and traders who traded or had the opportunity to do business as a result of the existence of the toll booth. What we have heard even before coming on air are stories of how this benefited or affected those who traded here. Let me go around and speak to one woman who is a money exchanger just next to the booth and find out from her how the closure of the booth or suspension affected her business, and hearing that it is coming back, what she feels about it or what her expectations are. Minya Bambacho, morning.
Morning.
Pacho, your friend Alantego, who are GTV Mino Kasem Pacho, your friend.
A friend Dukuya.
Mami Dokuya, a bear say in Fiumi Nuntembini and a toll booty, a buying a mere ye free ho. And sana only be ye free hono, not a jar moodin hano to say.
Oh, Yamia Domneye. Bibia cost of fine, my. Ya sitting will be a fine. Yanka be a shim, I dare say by I see a tomb. And near my say near my bassa. Yen we are no be correct to a free her. Ne giant so I can edit her sala.
I say, Ose Nioma Asaya, Quine Ben Susa, and a Nioma Asay.
Settle now, Yanya Bibi was who did no to negu. And she says, Bibi and free baby ama. And she a money a my bassa, my sika semi na to perform. Bossia, I did yen I yaka. And don't see a money a ma abba for my mayeno. Enti
Ben and Santa Munia Motise, a buying air rese. Or best sign the by Africa be Remu 2025 moon. Na etemo saying.
Oh, na ye de. Ye ni aji bebre. Ti so de beba de yesre nyankopon ma no nkwane ahode no ntumi fambra.
Na ebinum susu say anhwa eba edwa na mudi de hanukra onne ma mokwan ma monye eno nso mogitum saying.
Oh, ane de say ye di ne dada nti ye nim say eba ye da ya papa na odwi nipa ho obama ye de ye dwa te se ne ye di ne na.
Medase pa. So I've asked this money changer how the pre-toll suspension business looked like and what it had looked like after the suspension, and then what the expectations are relative to the returning of or the reinstatement of toll collection here. But me do mama no come on simabi pe. Why? Me can be tia me pacha apomu te say
boko
we dey osun yoma tia ansa na oni yiri to na free ho no na edwamu te say
o na edwamu ye pa ye to ade ma obegina akura no wanya akura ne kakra ubenya di ni de odi beto wo de wunya bi be sesi ato ni free ho ne de e ma na ye den pa de mai
na nti aban san ka so wo de ba no moje ne say
wo de ba de anka be boaye pa kire say e wo ho na e boaye nti so wo de ba yes, Lena, so the baby, Yama, Bibi Aquaboko, my
Kamimfoni kakra bi uyi se sebi nia munsa be koma no de munsa kanu a edwana mudi ne ha no emwa kese be mpa ne sanso de bram uyi se munya bididie
oh yetimi de beto de ya etimi de bi ye ade am ehu se mfaso de wo ade we ya aha na yigina etimi nya mfaso kese pa wo so obi kura etimi de bi nya edan be edi ne tilito ti ene de mfaso bebre ne nya firi anum sei ti wo ma ne mra mai pa se be ba ne
And so this sister has also just told me that not only were they perhaps trading, but one of the benefits of their trade is that they paid their rent from it. Some of them had loans to do business from it, and it helped them a great deal. I specifically asked her to tell me what benefits they derived from doing business here, and that's where she recounted how apart from their daily bread, they also were able to pay their rent from doing business alongside the toll booth. Let me move on to this other young woman and find out what she'll have to say to me. Hello, Midon Pacha to say. Apomu ya dear. me pacho me can be sound on my missa on so here. Answer na only be toll boot na free hono. Na edwa mudi na net saying.
Answer na mu be toll boot na free hano. Na edwa na ye. No muto ade. By since on be toll boot na free hane de. Afi de edwa na say kura.
So ka se edwa na say kra say mo ba mo nton.
Omo nto ade ti say na to ne wo ho no. First ni to ne wo ho no. Na enu no ba o nche. By say no mo abayi to na free hano. Na omusi free to no uba aje anajo uba fita no party say na no pay time ya mudi abehu ye wai ebu o 89 na unko ofie nkohwe uba
na chese ne yento ade nti untumi mpon nko ma me hwe enche aban ebesan de to no aba na eno no etemusan muti say ye de ba no
odi ba ebe ye de ena eba nso ebe ye de kire so onu so benya ni chefa ewom because eye de to na ewo ho no na eboa because yes wa ha na aja yes ye ni kakra de hwe ye busua eni ye ma ba ha ni free ha ko ye ni sei no ama ye ma hwemu ni ye busuafo no asa emu aye din ama ye kakra nti ye ba ye be ye de
me da se me nya o ma wonko no ebi susu se ahai dwa na mudie no aban enya mfaso bia emfiri so isan say muntua tax munto ticket assembly no muye efin enya mo na mo sesa aban ena hwe assembly be sesa ko nanso munya musika e kom botom nokra be na wom
nokra bi ani mu kire say ye ntua tax ampa aban no onya bibi amfa ye onya bibi fa ye ho kire say efin no ye ba ye na ye pra so a
ase mo pra enya mo na mo kotugu obi na be fa kotugu ma
zoom lion fo ne be sesa
se muntua o maka
debi ebo mu ba no mu besisa na ya ankasa ebia atwoma na se nsuo na ya to ama wom
enti mo nso mo tax amutua na se mo hwe mo ambefa mo nwura no ko no yo me da se yes and so she's also just said how I asked her about their contribution to national development, whether they do anything. I think one other thing we have lost sight of is their safety and security as they do business here. I'll go on to the next person and find out from them how or what they do in terms of their personal safety so far as the vehicles that use the toll booths are concerned. Midori Asembacho Michiao. Me pacho apo mote say. Me pacho aheya na mudi dwa meboa.
Pacho an.
Medical hunu say ye to ni free ho no ha mo. Ade ba ko a obi mo so eye say mu wa ha no mo bambo. Isen say ka bi ebebo mu sisi a eye tikra say ka abo mu nipa no bi pen. Ye no ya na mo den na mo ye fa ho.
Onu no say Kani bana omu baby a omu slow down wo honti se ni break feli krompo a enya ade a ebe kan nti to nu ko ye no hae pa ye bebre susu ye hwe ajanka na mi se no me hwe ajanka fofo nti e ba sa no ha me yiye nti akola no ba kokoro aka fie ma ntumi afane nko enim
to nu ko eni 20 mi amfa oba no anto aso anko nanim enti to ni ba no ede ni ne a wo hwe kwan
Tony Badia, Yingina Yepe.
Medase. Again, Thelma, one other. Let me speak to this commuter and find out how he also feels about the toll coming back. Driver Bacha Martin.
Yaja Papa.
Me Pacho, Ben Fiamini no mu toll booth ni fi ho na san dia ba driver for etemu saying.
Mfa so bi eni so. Na ma traffic ne ba too much. Enti say toll bi eni ho no, e ma akwani aba no, ye contentem koba. Enti amonhwe yi na man fancy akura biem kura emfa so di so da emwaye enti emfiri honko
me emfa ne se aban de kwan foforo ba emfa traffic ne ma ubetua to no de nanso emfa traffic ma na che se momu kura ubetumi de atua eno nso e
de pa chawo se siketwa beba nkwa de se hu hia se wo de kwan foforo be ba eno no se to no se car se bia se etua fasoro ani se sika asam ne beba nkwa hu hia because of say yetua se ye mumu a ye tie yi lewi hwa lewi edai kada ba ko pete yetua taxi ye kura ewu ye to na ye enka wo se ya epedi se ya opani
abanse besika da ye kwan na mamo
na yi lewi ni hwa na nyeska opani
se no ye yi lewi we no ye road toll
me pa cho taxi le ba da ba fo etueblebe no eno de entibi nya kwan ya na opani ɛbɛyɛ kwan ɛnyɛ to sika baako pɛ ɛna bɛtumi ayɛ kwan ama yɛ sika bebrebe na yɛ mo de yɛ nyinaa no bɛtumi ayɛ kwan yɛsrɛ wɔn to ne deɛ mo ntwam mfasoɔ bi ani so.
May I say, and so that's the view of this driver as well, who is of the view that perhaps bringing the toll back is completely and utterly unnecessary, because if it is only about raising revenue, then there are different myriads of ways in raising revenue. Not only that, but they also go ahead to pay. One fact, that we have not perhaps mentioned is the value chain, the economic value chain. So I interacted earlier with a man whose custom I earlier took advantage of, and this is what he had to say. The women you see who sell the bread and biscuits on or alongside the road don't have their own capital. So he goes to the factory, purchase the bread, bring it to them at a small commission or interest, and they sell. He comes in the evening and collect his money. That way, they save their commission or they earn a little profit from selling the bread. He also gets a little bit, and that is how he is also looking after his family. Indeed, the benefit of the toll. Whoa, there's another driver. Let me quickly go to him too. I think he's also getting ready to talk to me. It's getting much interesting here this morning. Ajam Pacho Marche.
Joso.
Pacho Pumwe. O GTV so no pay life. Me Pacho aban e sign the toll booth aba. O yi free ho ne so san de aba no etemu sen.
Oh, tamana ho. Make me say na create traffic my ba na eye. To me see no me ye adwuma. Ba me nua service bia ne na atwa ana ne satwa ono so te ya. Eboa no. Anti I think say bia omo free omo yi toll booth free. Say omo makotena fi. Nti say omo de ba omo so I hope say bia omo so mo yemo aduane nso. Edi no so be bo omo nso. Yeah, because media meti ha da bia metimi koba.
Nenti se besan ba na traffic ne ma na mu befa kwan foforo so na mu atua eno de mbegye atum.
Oh, eno de begye atum. Yeah, eno de.
Nti kwan bia so emra na mu memfa traffic ne ma. May I say, it appears all of the drivers are worried about one factor, and that is the traffic congestion factor. That's the trotro driver I spoke to. A taxi driver has just pulled up. Let me go quickly to him and find out what he will also have to say to us. Eja me patro marching. Patro pumwe. Mommy, good. Me patro, osan the toll booth no aba. Eto saying.
Oh, me patro bebre. Toll booth ne de eni hwa eye. Ma traffic ne kura ano brase to butu ni we eye cars ni timi ko ententem asense ne to butu no ewo ho
na aban sususu se ye no amusu no benya skade aye kwan na ma ye nyina o
oh se bo ho no na sika no se munya de ye se munya mfa nye ne kwan ehu ni se saa ne te enti se saa bre san ba e de ha bebre efi se bo to butu no entimi emma cars ne contentem ndokware de ase eka eti ma kan se ne contentem eti ai munyin free ho na munya ha yie emfa mayen.
May I say, and so that's the view of a passenger or a rider in a taxi. In fact, she's also made the same point that the presence of the toll booths brought on some traffic congestion, which was difficult to deal with. However, she is also of the view that perhaps if it is about revenue to renovate or rehabilitate the roads, then maybe there are other ways to raise that revenue. And in any case, the roads have always been what they are, not one that is so good to warrant raising revenue to fix anyway. This so far is the situation out here. Is the situation out here. We're going close to bring us the current state of the toll booth to see if it has been any good. Closing them down anyway, because back in the day when you come to this side of town, you have another revenue or means of employment for people living with disability who are often here, and they're the ones who receive the toll, and then they attend to commuters who are around here. But unfortunately, since the closing down 2 years ago, clearly the effect has rather been negative, because this had been some investment, but today this has been a waste investment. It has no benefit whatsoever, and some revenue went into building these booths, and it's been abandoned. Nothing has been done to protect or to preserve their integrity, and it is going to attract another investment in order to bring it back. If you look at the roof, it looks as if these were intentionally taken out, but no, it has been the result of wind and rain and every other, and because there's no maintenance whatsoever, it's just falling apart. That is really very sad, because we're going to be investing huge funds to reinstate these, and to think that indeed it would take another huge sum to reinstate this, I think we have not done ourselves any favors at all. T, if you're still with me, this so far is the current state of the toll booth, the economy that is underreported, the value chain that comes with the presence of the toll booth that's also normally ignored or overlooked. All put together, I think the benefits outweighs the cost to us if these toll booths were reinstated. Thank you very much for coming to us here at the Kasoa toll booth. My name, as always, is Darrell Alantego. I have been assisted on location by Jay Gabra, my cameraman Tay, as well as driver Richard, and again Moda who brought us all the interviews we have just gone through. Thank you very much.